Hi guys, it's me, Marquayla The Life Speaker, where we help cure those hearts. I did say that I was going to make another video, and so I think this video that I'm about to make is going to be very brief, but understandable, and I think it needs to be brought up so a lot of people could understand. So, confrontation, that's just something that I'm actually going to be writing in my blog. So, check that out when you get a chance. Um, so, first and foremost, when it comes to confrontation, they say that you need to confront that person, you need to talk to them, you guys need to have that one-on-one conversation. I'm just letting you know right now, that don't work with everybody. You got some people that you confronted or you try to talk to and it just gets worse. So, I highly suggest when it gets like that, yes, find someone that you know that can help y'all and talk to that person and tell them your side of the story. And y'all get together and have that conversation. Because if you just sit there and you try to talk to that person and they don't understand you and y'all going back and forth and y'all seriously don't want to ruin y'all friendship, or you really don't want to just you don't want to sit there and have that intense in your stomach. Because let me tell you something about the body. Okay, our body is very unique, very unique. The body can sense stuff. And sometimes it's not always right, but especially when you're angry, you can feel that person energy. And sometimes that's why you be like, oh, my stomach don't feel right, or I feel weird. It's not because you're always hungry. No, it's because it's the person's spirit or that person's, language. I don't even know how to explain it, but you can feel something on them. And so you can tell by the way they move or the way they act or they do something different. You can tell that they're upset at you. You know what I'm saying? And so even me, I do it too. When I'm upset, I don't answer my phone. I don't talk to nobody. I just ignore them and I cut them off forever and don't talk to them. But not knowing though, when you do that, you're leaving something unresolved. You know what I'm saying? And you're leaving that situation for somebody to really feel bad, depressed, guilt, all that. So I'm not saying we're always going to be left on good terms. Like, I'm not telling you if you're that hurt, you feel me, um, just let them go or whatever. But I'm telling you, try to find somebody nearby to fix the situation. If you try that and that still don't work, just try to leave on good terms though. Because right now we're living in a world, if you look over the internet, somebody always getting killed, somebody always getting hurt, somebody's getting into fights, conflicts. It's bad because they didn't resolve the issue. You know what I'm saying? They say, oh, well, I don't have enough money to go to therapy, or I don't have enough time to go to church, or I don't have enough time to do this. Who are you talking to? You can get that person that you're talking to. Ask them, can they just sit down and help you with this situation? And they probably can. You know what I'm saying? We have different conflicts from work, home, within ourselves. You know what I'm saying? Unresolved issues, especially unfortunately if they had passed on. you will be living your life within guilt. So you're trying to figure out, how do I get that guilt off of me, because now I feel bad. They're no longer alive. So now you're depressed, because you left something unresolved. Um, get a paper, especially if they're no longer alive. Get some paper and write out your feelings, write apology letter, and just save that. And every now and then you can look back at it and you say, you know what? I apologize. Life is way too short right now to live life with conflicts, being messy, talking about each other, talking about, well, you got this, why you need that. No, don't do all that. Yeah, I know I got this. Yes, I know I always wear these wigs. Yeah, I know this and that. It don't matter what I got though. Stop the jealousy. Stop all that. You know what I'm saying? And be there for one another. Help each other. So what? You got the newest phone. Okay? Stop bragging so much. I even learned that because I be so happy when I get stuff and then somebody just points something out that I'm like, man, I shouldn't even post this no more. I'm reading this book and it's like really good. She talks about how, you don't talk about people, or you get in conflict. Don't bring that out. You know what I'm saying? Because it shows a different character in you. And I'm realizing sometimes that I go to the next level, and I don't need to do that no more. If somebody felt some way about me or they are feeling some energy or whatever the case may be, I'm just going to just let them feel that way. You know what I'm saying? They say confront the issues, but some people, you can confront it in your writing and move on. Because they don't stop. And you can't just, if a person's still mad, you're going to have to just either have somebody intervene on that. Because you can't just keep going back and forth with them. And we're living day and age though. If you're confronting people while they're angry, they might kill you. It's like you're trying to put something in order or set boundaries. They don't like what you set. So then they end up angry at you. And now you got to sleep on it because you confronted them. You feel me? And they don't like that. And there's times when a lot of people confronted me and I was just left angry and didn't understand and had to go talk to other people to get their inputs on it because I didn't understand why they did what they did, but at the end of the day, whoever confronts you about a situation or whoever comes up to you and tells you about something, um, if you don't understand and you find yourself getting offended, take yourself some time and just say, okay, what do they mean by that? Self-check yourself. Because there's been some times people came up to me about some very intense topics. Very intense. And I just was so angry. I cut them off. But now I'm going back in the past and saying, you know what? I forgive you. I don't want to ever leave the situation where I'm just intense. And now we're not on the right level because I'm upset at you. You know what I'm saying? I forgive you, I just have my personal problems where I just don't want to be around you no more. But we left on good terms. Some people say, oh no, you still angry then. But no. That stomach. After you get in an argument with somebody, yeah, you're not going to ever be the same. Things are going to feel strange. And even if they try to fix it, even if y'all did try to fix it, once that argument happens, everything is just something just cut off and you feel it in your body. Oh yeah, it's just strange. But I left you with kindness though. I left you calm. You know what I'm saying? And that's all that matters. Yeah, it's strange. Yeah, it's weird now. But I left you with kindness and I left calm. And if you keep talking about it and you keep going back and forth with me about it, then now that's a personal problem for you that you got to fix within yourself. So just something to think about when it comes to conflict. I'm going to go ahead and write on my blog, write on my quote today, and that'll be it for the day. Thank you for coming in. Have a good day.